Just recently, Elon Musk sold billions of dollars worth of stock, and we don't really know what the money went to. But it's possible that Elon is working with an organization to end world hunger. Now, there's some other things that Elon could be spending this money on, and I want to look at those before we get into the world hunger stuff, because Elon has his own foundation, the Musk Foundation, muskfoundation.org. And they do a few things, right? They do grants that are in support of renewable energy research and advocacy, human space exploration research and advocacy, pediatric research, science and engineering education, development of safe artificial intelligence to benefit humanity. That's all on their website. Let's talk about some renewable energy research and advocacy. Renewable energy. Tesla works on renewable energy, of course, but there are hundreds, thousands of companies that work on renewable energy around the world. Elon could have taken some of his wealth, some of his fortune, and given some of it to some of these companies that are doing great things in the renewable energy research field. And that's advocacy too. So they could be sharing ideas as well. Human space exploration research and advocacy. This is the space news pod, so we have to talk about space here. Human space exploration. This is a huge topic for Elon. Elon wants to send people to the moon, to Mars, and beyond with his Starship program that's right here in Boca Chica, Texas. So if Elon were to work with other companies or work with other organizations to help prop them up so they can advocate for space exploration, say something like the Mars Society. The Mars Society is advocating for people to venture out to Mars, the red planet. And if Elon can help them out in any way, I'm sure he could help them with this donation. Pediatric research. This is, don't you have to talk about this? Of course, you want to help people. So pediatric research, super important. And I hope Elon does this one. Now, science and engineering education. Of course, Elon is huge into science and engineering. Chief engineer at SpaceX, also at Tesla. He works with the engineering team, hand in hand, works very close with both engineering teams. So I could see why science and engineering education, super important to Elon and his foundation. Development of safe artificial intelligence and to benefit humanity. So this is the final one from this page. Elon has numerous times said that AI is super important, and getting it right is super important as well. So if you build an AI, but you have no control over the AI and what it does, it could harm humanity. So safe artificial intelligence to benefit humanity. That's what they want. They don't want mean artificial intelligence. They want good artificial intelligence, and that's what Elon is promoting here. So Elon has a bunch of money, $6 billion, right? Sold off some Tesla stock. And he may have actually followed through with one of his tweets that he sent out a while ago. $6 billion could end world hunger, according to the WFP chief on Twitter. So Elon Musk may have followed through with this. And he called them out on Twitter. He said, if WFP can describe on this tweet, this Twitter thread, exactly how $6 billion will solve hunger, we'll sell Tesla stock right now and do it. All right, that's October 31st, 2021. So October 31st, 2021, that's a little bit ago. But on Valentine's Day of this year, it looks like Elon sold a bunch of stock and donated the money to something. And we're not exactly sure, but it's around the same amount of money as the WFP was talking about. So David Beasley wrote back to Elon and said, the world is on fire. I've been warning about the perfect storm brewing due to COVID, conflict, climate shocks, and now rising supply chain costs. It is here. 45 million lives are at stake and increasing daily. If you don't feed people, you feed conflict, destabilization, and mass migration. So basically saying, hey, Elon, we have some information for you. I'd like to share it with you. And goes on, David goes on, the hunger crisis is urgent, unprecedented, and avoidable. At Elon Musk, you asked for a clear plan and open book. Here it is. We're ready to talk with you and anyone else who is serious about saving lives. The ask is $6.6 billion to avert famine in 2022. Now, if they could actually do this, if they could save hundreds of thousands of people from starving in the future and now, Elon should have no problem giving them the money if he's going to be donating that money to a certain cause. Now, if they could come through with a plan of action, Elon could, in theory, just say, okay, here you go. And here's some of the plan. Spending half of the money goes directly to delivery of food to the most vulnerable in specific regions hit by famine. And the rest would be used to set up a voucher program for people to purchase food locally and improve the local food economy. So it's basically getting people fed. Give them the vouchers so they can go and get food, or feed them directly, send them supplies. People need this stuff. So it would be a great thing if Elon were to donate the money, even just for this. I mean, this could save countless amount of lives and set these people on a path towards, getting themselves fed. Now, so there's this SEC filing on Valentine's Day. I want to talk about this. Elon he donated just over 5 million shares, which is about $6 billion at the end of November, right? So the SEC filing was on Valentine's Day, and the WFP said in October, if you need some help so we can explain this to you, cool. And then in November, donated 5 million shares, which is $6 billion at the end of November. October, November, very close timing. It didn't reveal the receipt of the money, but the WFP is suspected to be the recipient of this because of the amount and the date that it was filed. So it's about a month apart. So if they gave Elon an actual plan, which I'm sure they did, they can't put it all into a tweet. They probably, gave him a very in-depth look, and Elon had some people look at it and say go or no go. I mean, think about this. If you're Elon Musk and you have $6 billion worth of stock, what would you do with it? Let me know in the comments below. Would you put it towards renewable energy research and advocacy, human space exploration and research and advocacy, pediatric research, science and engineering education, development of safe artificial intelligence to benefit humanity, or would you try to solve world hunger? If you had the plan in place and everything looks good to go with the world hunger thing. So it could be all of these things, right? So Elon could have put X amount of dollars towards each one of these things, and a good chunk of it could have been towards world hunger. So the gift, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but right now I'm guessing it's everything. But let me know in the comments what you would do with the money if you had $6 billion to give away. Thanks for watching. Take care.